All I watch are slasher flicks and PragerU videos.
What you talking about? Do you even believe what's coming out your mouth? You need to think a while. Spend some time alone so you can figure out what you talking about. Do you even believe what's coming out your mouth? You need to think a while. Spend some time alone so you can figure out what you talking about. Do you even believe what's coming out your mouth? You need to think a while. Spend some time alone so you can figure out.
I don't know who wants to start this out, but I got like one or two
All right.
questions. One of which is actually kind of thematic, because tonight is it's almost that Halloween time. I was gonna say it is, but
You
it's
guys,
not.
you guys don't mind if I take notes during this thing?
Oh please, there will be a test later. So you
All
have
right.
to.
Oh,
That's
I'll
it.
start.
Yeah. So let's just say for a second, okay, that you are transported from the current world in which we exist into the world of a slasher movie. We got all the defining tropes of the slasher genre present because we're in a movie world now with the rules of that universe. How would you survive?
But by not having sex.
Ooh,
My favorite slasher,
Again.
yeah, my favorite slasher movies is Friday the 13th, which is not the best, but it's my favorite. And
classic.
Jason especially likes to kill individuals while they engage in coitus, so I just wouldn't have coitus.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I mean, and the horror genre, for as demonized as it's been by those people who are more conservative, conservatively, not in the sense of the political, but in the sense of like traditionality, like raising their kids, has been kind of like demonized by that group, which is funny because like the idea of like sexual purity is like super present in the slasher genre, especially. It's like, don't have sex or you'll die.
Yep.
Yeah, same, and It Follows. Just don't do the horizontal hokey pokey.
Don't do it.
And don't turn yourself around because that's not what it's about.
That's not what it's.
No,
but yeah,
it's not.
like I'd just live, a morally upright life. I wouldn't have premarital sex. I wouldn't do drugs. I wouldn't drink. I wouldn't smoke. Otherwise, I'll be rightfully punished.
And the fact
I'm
that
saying everyone that does those things should be punished.
I feel like you also have to be. Most of the people who survive horror movies are not men, so I feel like I'm at a
yeah,
disadvantage there.
I would just seduce the killer.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Hmm. What? You got
Which
something to say, Faust? You
how?
think I can't? You think I can't seduce a
Listen,
mass
okay,
killer?
we
Is that what you're
brought you. You
saying?
brought up the first thing you brought up was Friday the 13th. Now, I'd like to point out that in the first Friday the 13th movie, spoilers for Friday the 13th, it is not actually Jason who is the killer, but rather Jason's mom. And since I am of the
See?
heterosexual persuasion, easily seduced.
Oh yeah, I could seduce
As long as you're
some
not
old
a,
lady.
Yeah.
I guess as long as you're not a camp counselor, and if you didn't bully her son to death to drown in the lake.
Look, you got to pass because you're a virgin. Okay, so we can both seduce the milf coming at
Even if
us
I was a
tonight.
virgin, I know a lot of real cool virgins.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, and they're gonna live. The slasher film. Those of us with chiseled good looks and rock hard abs, we're gonna have a harder time of it
Hey,
when the slasher movie starts.
there are some good-looking
Yeah.
ace people.
It's true.
It's true.
I'm more ace than I ever was.
I feel like groups of 3 is a good idea because if you go off and split up into
Yeah.
groups of 2, then one you might be with the slasher and
Yeah.
you didn't even know it. Your partner was actually, but if it's groups of 3, then it's 2-on-1 if one of your partners is the slasher. So groups of 3 is good.
What if you're the slasher?
Oh shit. Well,
Then
that.
how are you gonna
Ooh,
get out of that?
that's how I would survive.
Just
I
be
Ooh.
the
I would just
killer.
survive
But
by becoming the killer, infiltrating your dreams, and using the B word pretty liberally.
here's
Yeah,
the
that's
more
funny.
interesting thing is if you are the slasher, the way you have to survive is being interesting enough to get a sequel. You have to do creative kills. You have to have a charming personality. Because if you just kill people and you're boring as fuck, when you die at the end, you're not coming back. No one wants to see you
That's
again.
fine.
So that's also a key
Have to,
strategy.
you gotta have a lot of witty one-liners.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start on a book just full of things to say when I kill people.
Don't kill
No,
people.
there are really silent. There are silent, cool killers.
That's true.
Jason, don't talk. Michael Myers doesn't talk except for there was one time he talked, and it was in this movie. It wasn't a mainline Halloween movie. It was called Shrek. Um, and Mike Myers talked a lot in that in a Scottish
He did.
accent, which was a real shocker to me as a
I thought it
longtime
was.
fan of the series.
He didn't murder any teenagers in that movie.
Yeah.
We're well.
I
That's
So
not.
hated when he was a love guru. I found that problematic.
right. Come to think of it, Mike Myers has actually talked a lot. He was also in that Austin Powers movie, wasn't he?
Oh,
Yeah, that was
you're thinking
another
of something
weird
else.
choice. It-
You're thinking of James Bond.
Oh, right. My bad.
Ooh, the spy who shagged me.
Listen, James Bond is the one where Eddie Murphy plays all the different people, right?
No,
That's Cars too.
Oh,
I'm gonna eat all the
Ka-chow.
slashers.
Cars 2 is just James Bond with cars. But going back to if we are the slasher and we want to survive into the sequel, another thing you got to have a mask. A cool mask is you got to have it. Everybody immediately goes together.
Also, Terrible Broseph just has to feed his cats, and then he will be on.
Perfect. You're oh you're getting your mask. Let's see. Let's
Oh
see.
man,
Hmm. That you look like
I'm
your Vision.
you're from that movie.
I'm Batman.
You're Aladdin.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it to you
Oh
straight.
gosh, I'm the Canadian president.
If you're wearing that, if that's your mask, sorry, you're not making it to the sequel. You're showing your whole face. It defeats the purpose of a
Yeah,
mask.
you're
It,
real
you
bad
know,
at
you're
your
you're not
alter ego.
you're not surviving the sequel. They're gonna be like, what was the point of him wearing that
And like
mask?
that's why
Oh
Faust
yeah,
and
they'll rip out my time cube from my forehead, and then I won't be brought back.
Yeah.
Is that what happens to the Vision?
I think something like
They rip
that.
out his
Didn't
time
they?
cube.
The
They
time
they
cube.
they tore out
It was actually the
his
mind
soul gem.
cube.
That's not a thing.
It was
It's a Chaos
actually
Emerald.
the mind. Yeah, it was the Chaos Emerald from the famous
They
Sonic franchise.
they took the kryptonite out of him,
Yeah.
and he died slowly of emphysema. Right?
Oh, in Crime Alley.
No,
Why do we follow Master Bruce?
you're thinking of Ally McBeal.
I'm a sassy lawyer. Was that Ally McBeal with the dancing baby? Yeah, it probably
You're thinking
was.
of the Legal Blonde.
This episode
I
is gonna
never
be
seen
called
Legally Blonde.
"You're Thinking of." That's the
We
title.
should we should do movie corner. We're so good at movies.
We're so good at movies.
Welcome to Faust's Movie Corner. Today I'm talking about The Shining.
Did you know that Stephen King hated the Stanley Kubrick movie The
Yeah,
Shining?
yeah. It's
Fucking
too bad
hated
because
it.
it was really good.
It's really good.
So
It's
good.
in my opinion better than the book. I'm just gonna say it.
I'm gonna come right out and say it. I don't enjoy the works of Stephen King very much reading them, but I like the movies people make of his movies.
I
I
do enjoy
get
his work.
painfully bored reading his books.
Well,
Really?
it's I don't I disagree, but I understand.
It was really good.
Like Stephen King, like let's just say a writer is like, and the faucet was dripping. Stephen King's like, and the pregnant drops of water slowly enlarged as they dripped on the porcelain bowl. It's like, yep, okay, I get it, bro. He has like, just describing a sink dripping is like a paragraph long. It's like, okay, it's
I
a
think
lot.
I think
It's not, oh, that kind of reminds me of there's this guy that I know that like walks around like carrying eggs and like a scythe and keeps talking about fertility. It reminds me of that, the way that that guy like always talks about like fields, how
always
he like
always
he's
talk
always
about
like that
planting
that
his seeds
fertile
in fertile
field.
ground. Yeah,
Is this like
I
a
that's
Grim
will
Reaper
plow.
thing?
real problematic guy.
I'm so
It's grim, but it's not the Grim Reaper.
It's grim. He's sowing. He's sowing, and then he's leaving
Don't
the
forget
ladies
to
to do the
sow your
reaping.
seeds.
Yeah,
I mean,
this weirdo is always talking about how fertile he is.
is it me?
It is you.
Yes,
Oh,
Good
you're
guess.
the one that always makes.
You're the one.
You're the one that you always make me call you the sire of 1,000 sons because of your like fertility thing, and I hate it.
listen,
You always sign off.
let me tell you about something that I hate.
Okay.
There's this thing in improv. It's called yes and it's pretty much like if somebody says something, you have to bounce off with saying yes and expound upon that, which would mean that I would
Okay.
have to own up to all of the weird, crazy shit you're saying about
Hmm.
me, and
Yeah,
I don't like
that's
that.
true. That's why you're a terrible improv actor.
Yep, it is. Hey, terrible broseph.
What?
I've been listening to that new Catch Hell album, Boys in the Void, available on Bandcamp and YouTube. It's great.
And soon to be
I,
Spotify.
And soon to be Spotify.
oh yeah,
Oh, really? It's going on Spotify. That'll make listening to it a lot easier.
Indeed.
Yes.
for sure.
Okay, hold on. First off, do I need my camera?
If you want.
Yeah.
I'd prefer it.
All right, then give me a second.
Okay. Ugh. Can you believe this cat?
Which tattoo do you want?
Oh shit.
I
dude,
want the skeleton.
damn, I wanted the skeleton. I'm gonna take the wolf guy, bro.
Oh, if you want the skeleton, I can take the scarecrow.
No, I already want
late.
the wolf guy.
Too late.
Change my mind. Bones aren't fertile enough for me. You know me.
That's true.
Bones are like
You
death. It's the opposite of fertility.
Yeah.
you
Not
do always talk about the fertility of a wolf.
But he is also talking about boning a lot. So
Hey,
I don't know what that's about.
that's true. It could be like a pun.
Okay, while you guys find out how Broseph is gonna survive a horror movie, I gotta step to the side for a second. I'll be right back.
He's probably gonna go
All right.
smoke some death sticks. You know. What does this say?
Wait.
Commies, fertile, vegetables, pro-life, California raisins, adopted, illiterate, hypoallergenic, might be my son, greatest weakness, rabies.
It is Edward.
That's
Which one
Edward.
of us? None of us are named Edward.
Well, listen. Here's what we know. Okay, is weak to rabies. So if you need to,
Wait, look. Let's look at the hair. The hair looks a lot like your hair.
that is true. It does look a lot like me. It just loves California raisins. I'll admit, I do be liking some California raisins, and it also says fertile. And you guys know that's my thing. That's my bit. That's my thing. So
You, yeah,
AV
you do like comics.
is obsessed with me. So that's what we've established. Oh hey, what's up? How's it going?
Is Ed
Oh,
your
okay,
son?
there we go. There we go. What's going on, guys?
Are you my dad?
What? Why would you say that?
Oh no reason. Just
Isn't that weird?
It's a
What's
weird
up?
thing to ask your friend.
I look like one of those punk rockers right now.
is that a bad thing?
Oh yeah, have you ever
Is that a bad thing?
You look like
insufferable.
They are really insufferable. Punk. And I was diehard into punk rock throughout all my formative years, but and I still jam out to like Rancid and Templars and everything, but fuck, man, punk rockers can be so insufferable.
So then one day you were just like, you know what? I think I'm over music.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just
I've
like,
heard enough.
I just want to listen to fucking information now. You know, I crave audiobooks now.
That's why I'm never gonna have kids. That's what having kids does.
We were talking
What's
about
that?
how you would survive if you were in a slasher movie. Well, so like all the tropes of slasher movies apply to this universe that you're in,
For example, I survived by not having intercourse.
which was very easy for Faust because they've never had any before. So, simple.
Well, I mean, if that's like a default way to survive, then I'm automatically surviving. I don't even have to think about this.
Damn. Okay.
This is how we will all survive. Like,
Wait.
Listen,
Fine.
you guys know me, fertility
First
god right
off-
here. I'm dying right
Yeah.
away. Just
First off, I think I just have an issue with the question in general because like it makes sense for you guys, but I'm cracked, so it doesn't really make sense for me.
so
At what?
you would just
At
survive
what? One
anyway.
thing. Name one
Yeah,
thing.
because I'm just
Name-
cracked. I would like just bang a 90, 360 no scope. Pa! You know, it'd be
Leave.
over.
You're always in that chair. How are you gonna get out of the chair first?
Whatever Jason or Freddie is trying to do to me, I'm just gonna do it to him first better. I literally put this chair here last night. I'm not always in this chair.
I have never seen you
Sometimes I'm in
outside of that chair.
I have never seen that chair before. So
I've never seen him outside of that chair.
Jesus, you've never
That-
seen this chair.
that specific chair,
That specific chair.
I think
Does
you're
it have
getting.
The
wheels?
only time you talk
I-
to me is when we do this crap.
I think that you might be getting delusional in your old age.
Oh,
'cause-
who's old?
Time I've seen you has been in the kitchen.
That's-
Yeah, I'm cooking you guys food all the
Doesn't
time.
you have a kitchen? Is that what your house consists of? Is solely a kitchen? I've seen your
Uh-huh.
stairs before. So it's just a kitchen and stairs because that's all I've seen. It must be all
Yeah,
that.
the stairs don't
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Yep, they just go to
There's the smoking stairs.
the
There's the
stairs.
smoking stairs and the sitting kitchen.
it's like
Hold on,
that.
I'm actually gonna get out of this chair to go get a drink.
Oh, look at that! Woo!
Holy
We always
shit.
knew you could do
You
it.
did it.
It's a miracle.
He's
It's
an
a
actor.
Christmas miracle.
We will all be healed through Christ's redeeming love.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. All right, so do you guys want a question or do you want to play my game that I've devised?
Oh, game.
Yeah, what's that
I
game?
want to talk a little bit of shit about AV because he's just jealous that he doesn't have a killer lazy boy on his battle station.
Why you want to talk shit on me? I'm your biggest supporter in the
Because
world.
that may be so, but you're also always running that mouth.
What? How? By
You
observing
said I don't
things
get out
about
of
you?
this chair, and I'm hurt. I'm supposed to get over it
Okay.
and get to the next bit. Like this didn't
All
happen.
right.
You're
good job.
tearing us apart, AV.
I take it everybody else has done the answer on the slasher thing.
Well, we also, to be fair, we also talked about what you would do if you were a slasher villain, like if you were the slasher. How would you ensure that you would get a sequel? That was another discussion that we had.
If I was the slasher,
If you were the slasher,
that's a much better question because I'm cracked. So what I would do is, first off, I would have the most bomb ass weed. You know what I'm saying? And
okay,
then I
okay.
would get everybody hooked on my shit. They would think I'm just a normal guy. But I would wear like a bandana over my face so you can't see that I'm
No.
a slasher. 'Cause
Alright.
Over your eyes?
I'll probably have some crazy form. You know, I wouldn't look like a human if I'm a slasher. Yeah, I wouldn't be in this form. I would have my slasher form. So, like, they would be like, oh yeah, he's just a little sketchy, but his weed is good. And I'd be like, no, look, I'll smoke it. It's not, poisonous. I'll smoke with them, and then I'd befriend them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then when they're all just lifted, I just start picking them off. Pa, pa, pa. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, my life itself is never really at risk because of how talented I am.
You know how we have
So
like
I have had
the horror movies that are like named after dates like Halloween, and stuff like that. This one's called 420. Release that on 420, you got yourself a franchise because every 420 you can release a sequel. guaranteed success. All the stoners are gonna go see it.
I have seen some. I didn't actually watch them. I just observed their existence. There's a lot of weed-based B horror movies that look very bad that have like 30 sequels because they were very cheaply made. So as long as it's cheap to create brosif, yeah, a lot of brosifs, a lot of 420s.
We're not doing a B movie. We're doing an A movie, and it's going to be anti-pot propaganda because pot is bad for you and nobody should smoke it. So we're going to show you that if you smoke pot, you get slashed.
That no one should be using drugs or they should go to jail forever. But that's an expense. There's too many stoners out here smoking their stony baloney Mary Jane, and I'm just worried that they're not gonna like go to see the movie like they should. Like they should go to church, but they don't.
The only
No.
thing worse than pot is the people that smoke it or people that have tattoos.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Tattoos
this
are
Yeah.
also a sign of being a degenerate.
this follows the proud
absolutely.
tradition
Absolutely.
of horror movies having a message of purity culture. You know, don't have
Mhm.
sex, blah blah. You know, don't do drugs.
Yeah, see,
Perfect.
absolutely, dude. I'm a brilliant director, dude. I'm
Yeah.
always one step ahead, even if you think of the step and not me.